Ghanatube so for open some ahudo 8 now odi weni action here said the latest, the happenings, the shocks, the happy ones and all that was for Nina Ghanatube so and I was Ebeka etem personal young waste time bibiano was for Dimechi Nanya a war on young Goti and Bra.
Solomon also, are we setting precedent negatively, positively? What? Or the law is the law?
The law is the law.
The law is the law.
The CJ even said it.
The law is the law.
The CJ said the law is the law.
Let me also say that this business of people trying very hard to say that the CJ's position is so weighty position and that you cannot compare it to the EC's office. I disagree. Because you see, the fundamental principles that we operate with in this country is that all men are equal before the law. All women are equal before the law. You cannot tell me because someone is a chief justice, if she goes to steal plantain, you must discount that and rather punish that ordinary person who is on the street for stealing plantain.
So what you're saying is that the Constitution gives everybody the right to be heard or not, or to defend or not to defend, and then processes to be punished or not to be punished.
That's it. And if the Constitution envisages that there will not be a time to remove a chief justice, there is no way we will have that provision in the Constitution. Once it is there, then it means that we can use. Today is a chief justice. Tomorrow there will be a president. We did not have the balls or the tenacity to as it were put in motion the provision that removes a president. Either the president would have gone.
You mean it could have been impeached?
The way he was behaving, he should have been impeached long ago. Impeached. But you see, we are afraid. Here again, you listen to Dr. Zato. It must be difficult. Why must it be difficult to remove a president? Why must it be difficult to remove a chief justice? Why must it be difficult to remove Speaker of Parliament? I myself, I want to send a petition to the Parliament to remove the Speaker of Parliament. You remember the committee that was set for destruction of properties?
Yeah.
What has come out of that?
Yeah.
Was that committee not set up by the Speaker of Parliament? So when you have these things happening and you say it must be difficult to remove such people, then how would this country develop? So let the laws of the land work. The Chief Justice must go and face the committee, and I will plead with the committee members that they must be fair to all sides. Make sure that if she's not at fault, nobody forces fault on her. But the way and manner political activists are behaving as though the Chief Justice has been found guilty. Is she guilty now? She has not been.
Like what Dr. Zasu is saying.
Yes.
You think it's premeditated?
Premeditated, but in a way, I would have called for her negotiation. I want to see her exit.
You keep mentioning negotiation. You mean you shouldn't allow the
process to terminate. It's very, very important.
Why?
For posterity. You see, now if you take an entrenched position, government takes an entrenched position, where would we be heading to? And like Dr. Ms. Asari was saying, public policy, the stability of the country is very important. So in such matters, we negotiate backstage so that the unity of the country continues, and not that you will just be throwing in tantrums. So I have no difficulty at this stage. The Constitution must be reviewed so that some of the things that we are raising today in terms of openness will be brought to bear in our subsequent deliveries, and that when someone decides to petition, right from the petition to the time that a prima facie case is established, everything is open, the hearings at the committee levels become open, and all other processes. And also the Supreme Court, we must find a way of dealing with the issue of May, where the suspension, where legal luminaries are raising the issue of there should have been regulation, and others say that look, no, because of France versus Attorney General, that what the president has done is wrong. So all these things must be catalogued and dealt with once and for all, so that we are all clear in our mind. But in terms of whether or not the Chief Justice can be removed, nobody should deceive him or herself.
And that is enshrined in the Constitution.
Just like this. But we submit ourselves to the judges for them to deal with us anyhow. Have you been to any court? When you go and they are dealing with you as though you are no human being. But we have given them that power.
Unyobia.
But what is it? What is so difficult about you also submitting yourself to the law? Oyobi. So we that are paying here, we are no Obi. The New Patriotic Party is doing everything possible to bring this thing into the political arena, because they have made a category.
They are making it political?
Yeah, they stated it, that one of the reasons why they were going on that demonstration was that this was a political issue. we should forget about the legal issue and concentrate on politics. And that was why they attended or they were embarked on the demonstration. I mean, Roland, one thing we are all missing is that those that petitioned, are they really political? The petitioners. We have not addressed our minds to this fact. And my mind was taken back to the petitioners yesterday night. Something that was striking.
You mean the individual?
The individual. Are they members really of the NDC, or they are Ghanaians who have a stake in this country that believes that something wrong has happened and that has to be dealt with?
So why should that be important?
It's so key. Because you take someone like Daniel Ofori. Maybe many Ghanaians do not know his background, but he's one of the richest or wealthiest people in this country.
So is it that Daniel Ofori, the lead shareholder of
yes.
MTN,
So you know that one has not come out clearly.
He's the one, yeah.
Is he political?
No, he's not.
And if it is political, which political party does he alliance to?
He's a very quiet man, actually.
Exactly. So when such a personality who has so much or huge investment in the country petitions, you cannot just treat it anyhow. Those of you like our brother Kenejapo will say, more here for cry, you think we must listen to you? That is why. So we must not listen to someone who has invested so much into this country. Then we are missing the point.
Oh, here for.
And here for but that is not my position. But that's what Kenejapo thinks. So I believe that we must give the benefit of the doubt to those that have petitioned, that they are not doing so because possibly they want the Chief Justice out, but because they feel that something untoward has happened. Now, you go to the composition of judges on the matter yesterday. Do you know that of the 5 judges that sat on the matter, all of them were appointed by presidents, NPP presidents? Are the Ghanaians aware of that?
Really?
Yes, yes. So all of them.
Justice appointed by an MPP, that's President Kufuor.
Justice Bafu Bono was appointed by President Kufuor.
Yes, I remember.
Justice Anita Mensah Bonsu by Nana Kufuor. Justice Yoni Kolinde by Nana Kufuor. Justice Amadu Tanko by Nana Kufuor. And Justice Ernest Gahu by Nana Kufuor.
What's your point with this?
So the point,
what have the judges done to you that you're pointing
so
to?
If the judges really sees this enterprise as purely political, and these judges were appointed by NPP presidents, it means in the framework of things, their allegiance must be with the NPP. But and so the decision must be to protect a Chief Justice that was as they put appointed by a president of NPP, that is Nana Akufo-Addo. But here they were looking strictly according to the law. And what does the law say? What a Koyesefa sent to court had already been dealt with. His first application was that there has to be a declaration that the processes that were being undertaken by President John Mahama was not following due process because the petition had not been sent or given to the Chief Justice. I wondered how he got to know that the petition had not been given to the Chief Justice when he visited Assefa himself was not part or had not been petitioned. It means there had been a conversation between himself and the embattled Chief Justice. I have said time with that number that if I was the one advising the Chief Justice, I would have followed the president of Abe Fortas when he realized that, hey, things could go other way, so I'm resigning to restore the status quo. Yes, she has a constitutional right to fight. I believe that the hula baloo has become necessary because the issues at play, the processes are not open enough. And that is why I agree with my brother that there has to be constitutional review. There has to be amendment to our constitution to make Article 146 so open to the public.
I was having a master pass and would image the cotier and said a buy. Now the comment in the Kime, our comment section. I met pray. I can Kanina at the amount. I had a Ghana to for the story as usual. I was here for a crown.